So after almost 30 years in and around the automotive industry, I thought I could take one look at a vehicle and at the very least know what category it belongs in. Well, when we received this 2022 Kia Carnival, we weren't sure if it was a minivan or an SUV. And according to my neighbors, they couldn't tell at first either. Well, Kia calls this vehicle an MPV, the multi-purpose vehicle. It has sliding doors. It's gotta be a minivan. Well, let's start off in the most obvious place. The door slides. That's one for the minivan. Well, now that we're back here, it has all the makings for a minivan. You have good leg room. You have third row seats. This center seat folds down and makes for a nice little play or workstation. You have 4 cup holders here, AC charging, USB charging ports in the back of each one of these 2 front driver's seats. The monitors here have HDMI adapters. This place is like heaven for a kid. We can also fold this seat up, recline it, and now we have enough room for 3 passengers here on this second row. And here's something I've never seen any minivan or SUV do. Maybe it's a limo. I know a sure way to tell if it's a minivan or an SUV. How easy is it to get in the third row? It really crushed that monitor, didn't it? They should have thought that out a little bit better. And there are even USB ports here in the third row, 1 on each side. All the kids are covered, except for maybe the one in this seat. This is an 8-passenger vehicle. Now there is an option for making this a 7-passenger vehicle and making it easier to climb through. Only problem is, what do you do with this seat? Well, once you get it out without damaging the entertainment system, that was pretty heavy. But then your kids can walk through here and get to the third row. So here's a feature that I think should be standard on every SUV or minivan on the market. And if Kia can do it for $42,000, some of those luxury brands should be able to do this as well. Notice, no keys in my hand. Watch this. You hear the audible alert? So imagine if your hands are full with groceries. You don't even have to reach in your pocket for the key. And now once you've made your way inside, whether you're using those third row seats or not, there's enough room in this Carnival for anything a family can throw at it. But if those third row seats are occupied, there's even storage here where those seats once were to put almost anything you can throw at it as well. There are nice little compartments here for things that you carry all the time, keep them from rolling around in this hatch area. And jack and power supply for those tailgating days. Once you're done, just close the hatch and walk away. Because here's where you really want to be. It's the passenger compartment. I never thought I'd really say that about a minivan, but really the way Kia has set this interior up, everything is right where you need it, really convenient, and it's got all the technological features that I have come to expect from any vehicle these days. And to have it in a minivan, along with all of this space and convenience, makes it that much better. USB charging ports right here in the back of the seats. Is that a rear entertainment system there? Yes, HDMI connectors and USB connectors to plug and play all of your little ones' electronic devices. So while this Carnival is loaded with technology and tons of cool features, I like the fact that you can still control your heating and AC, push button, you can change the temperature, you can give the second row passengers access to their ventilation system. You can get through all of your features here. Everything is push of a button. And if you don't want to use the button, you do have the option of the touch screen, and it works well. And yes, for those of you who watch any of my other videos, you know I love the sounds of nature. So it's here too. Another real cool feature that parents will love is passenger view. From here, there's a camera on the second row that shows you what's going on in the second and third row. And if you're driving and you don't want to turn around and they're making noise, you press this passenger talk button and it amplifies your voice in the second row. You may be able to hear it here on this video, but it really does amplify your voice, and it makes sure that everybody in the vehicle hears what the driver is saying. But now, if you're listening to music in the front row and you don't want to disturb the little ones who've fallen asleep on a road trip, you have quiet mode. You press quiet mode, that actually turns the volume down in the second row so that you can only have the music here in the front row, where the two adults, assuming they're both adults, can listen to the music without having to interrupt the kiddies in the second row. So whether you have a love or hate relationship with your driver assist features, you can go and customize what it is that you want to have set up in the vehicle. You go to your vehicle driver assistance, you can go to your convenience settings, you can set those. You can also go down and set your driver attention warning to keep you awake and alert when you're driving. You can set your forward safety assist, lane safety assist, and you can turn these features on and off here from the touchscreen infotainment system. But also, you can set your lane keep assist here. It'll give you an alert right here on the dashboard. And your steering assist, which helps to keep the vehicle centered in your lane. And in case you're wondering, it works better than most vehicles we've tested. Kia did a really good job with that. So as you can see here, with very little input from the driver, this Carnival will maintain its lane even around curves on a well-marked highway. Now, it will alert you from time to time to put your hands back on the wheel, but it makes a road trip really comfortable and easy. It even has the stop and go with the smart cruise control. So when the car ahead of you leaves, the Kia will alert you that the car ahead of you is going. All you do is push that acceleration button on the steering wheel. It will gain its speed and maintain its distance between you and the car ahead of you without any additional input from the driver. I really like that feature. You have rain sensing windshield wipers, and you have auto dimming high beam headlights, as well as auto headlight features on and off just in general. Kia also has selective drive modes for the Carnival. Kia has done a really good job of making the interior upscale, but with an MSRP of $42,000, you have to lose something. So, like here you have the imitation leather with the stitching in it. Looks pretty good, but then when you come down here, the hard plastics look a little bit 90s-esque. But you're not driving a luxury vehicle, you're driving a family vehicle. And when you can have things like 3-zone climate controls, multiple US charging ports, wireless charging that works better than any of the other vehicles we've tested lately, heated and ventilated driver and passenger seat, this 360 view camera setup that allows you to change it to see just what you need to see. This is a family vehicle ready for any active family. And the activity isn't reserved just for the kiddies either. So if your family's idea of a fun Saturday afternoon is a road trip and watching college football, the Carnival has you covered there too. And our 500-mile week garnered 21.1 miles per gallon in this Carnival. Now, when we compare the Carnival to some of our other minivans and SUVs that we've tested as far as cargo capacity on the interior, Kia does okay. That's a decent cubby for your things. I could see it a little bit larger. We noticed that in some of the other vehicles we tested, there was a pass-through down here that allowed you to put a few extra goodies there. But their wireless chargers didn't work as well as the one in this Carnival. So whatever you decide to call this vehicle, that's a personal choice. I don't care how hard Kia worked at making this not a minivan, it's still a minivan. But The beauty of it is it doesn't look like a minivan from the outside. It has the lines, the designs, the edges, the profile of an SUV. So it makes owning a minivan not so bad for those of you who still are caught up in the stigma of having to drive in a minivan. But any of you who are a family of more than 4, you can certainly appreciate all the benefits and all the conveniences of owning a minivan. And Kia, I'll say it for you. This is the 2022 Kia Carnival MPV, the multi-purpose vehicle. But between me and you, viewers, it's a minivan. And in my book, that's a win. And for more of what's new, what's hot, and what's not from the Auto Insider, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and download the SoundCloud app and hear all of our reviews in their entirety. Until next week, this Kia Carnival is hot.